Hi everybody. Now, if you really want to help with DayZ when it comes to improving the gameplay or fixing bugs and glitches and things like that, there's a very important tool that I'm going to show you how to use, and that is the official Bohemia Interactive DayZ feedback tracker. And there's one for Xbox, there's one for PlayStation, and there's one for PC. And this is a way that any member of the public, once you've created an account, can use a structured way to give information to Bohemia Interactive, the developers behind DayZ, and say, look, there's a problem with this. Can we fix it? Or I've got an idea about this, and can you fix it? So what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through. I'm going to do a report of my own to show you how easy it is. And this is a way that you can also you kind of become part of the QA team for DayZ, part of the dev team for DayZ by doing this. And I highly recommend anybody, you've got a problem, if you're thinking, I don't like the way that the cars drive, go to the feedback tracker and write a few lines about it in a constructive manner. If you find a bug, write a few lines about it in a constructive manner. All this sort of stuff. So let's go through one for DayZ. So the first thing you want to do when you go over there is go over there and create an account and then log in. And I'll put a link to the Xbox, the PlayStation, the PC feedback tracker in the description below this video. And once you're there, you kind of click on the little star, and you scroll down and you see, right, okay, so I want to do a DayZ Xbox bug report. Now you can see you can do a private one as well, where whatever it is won't appear. So if there's a reason for you don't want other people to see it, so we say DayZ Xbox bug report. So here we go. So now we're in. So title is we really need a dedicated controller binding to bring up the map. So I don't know if you're aware, but on PC you just press M and the map comes up if you've got one. On controller, on console, we don't have that. You have to actually go to the map, put it in your hands and look at it. And what you can do now is you can set your private community server so that people can look at maps even if they don't own them. Okay, and you can also set it so they can see their GPS coordinates even if they don't have a GPS on them. So we need a dedicated binding for that. So that's my title. So description. On PC, you can just press M to bring up the map. However, on controller for Xbox and PlayStation, there is no dedicated button binding. I suggest using hold up on D-pad. This is especially important for community servers where map and GPS ownership is ignored in server settings. There we go. Let's just correct that thing. Thanks, Rob. So I've detailed the issue and I've given them my idea of something to solve it. It's always good to give them, say, look, why don't you try this? And we can scroll down. So subscribe. Severity, well, it's a feature really. And then what we can do as well is if we press, what button is it? If we press the upload file button, I can choose a file, and if we go to GFC, I've actually taken a screenshot of the controller scheme. So we say open and upload that. So if it was a particular bug, for example, you may want to take a screenshot of it, or maybe link to a private YouTube video, or an unlisted YouTube video. So you can see there it is. And so we can scroll down and you can add some different stuff on if you've got steps to reproduce. So if it was a particular bug that happened after you did your certain things, so I'm in the Humvee and I'm I'm in the northwest of the map and I'm going off-road, and in this area it flips upside down or something like that. So the devs can go back and they can try and reproduce the problem. That's very, very important. And you can write, the more information you give them, especially for bugs and glitches and errors, the better, because it can be very difficult to reproduce stuff. So here's a preview of mine. On PC, you can just press M to bring up the map. However, on controller, for Xbox and PlayStation, there is no dedicated button binding. I suggest using hold up on D-pad. This is especially important for community servers where map and GPS ownership is ignored in server settings. And there's a picture, and I'm just showing that, kind of giving them an idea that at the moment there's nothing for hold up on D-pad. Click create new task, and there we go. So that's sent into the system. You'll probably get an email saying that the status has been changed, because what they'll do is they'll take that feedback and they'll give it a look at it and think, okay, has the person given it the correct tags? So we might call it a feature, I might call it a feature, but they might call it a bug or something to look at in the future. Or they might want to put it forward to testing, or they might say, look, yeah, we already know about this, let's put it on the back burner and we're going to address this in future updates, things like that. If you're really lucky, what will happen is that the thing that you want fixing will get fixed, and you might even see it in the patch notes for the next update to DayZ. So as you can see, it's very easy to do. Be constructive, give as much details as you can, and this isn't just for bugs, it's also for features, and game requests. You might say something like, actually, I really think DayZ should have a sleep mechanic, because it's a bit odd that your character can go on and on and on and on, and there's no penalty for never going to sleep. You could say something like, and I think therefore that perhaps there should be a bar that has, say, tiredness, and as your tiredness goes up, your stamina goes down, and just suggest it. I mean, you could even knock something up in Photoshop and then suggest that as well, and that the devs will look at it. So it's not just about bringing up the negative things, the things that are wrong with DayZ, glitches and bugs and gameplay stuff, but also features that you might want introducing to DayZ, that sort of stuff. So there we go. So there's the Xbox one, there's the PlayStation one, and there's the PC one. All the links are in the description below this video. Remember, keep everything constructive, keep everything professional, and it is a massive help to the DayZ devs and Bohemia Interactive in general. Anyway, that's enough from me. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you have, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I will of course see you again soon.